Some differences between MSA and dialect. First, a lot of different vocabularies. Second, a lot of different pronunciations between words. And I notice with my students, sometimes if the word was pronounced differently, even like slightly different, it would be hard to recognize the word. So, for example, we have the word ja'a, and in dialect we say ija. These are slightly different, and we say them differently, like ja'a and ija, which means to come, came. Sometimes we have completely different words. For example, jealous, to sit, like sit down. Dialect we say ad. So jealous and ad. So, second thing, as you know, nobody speaks in MSA. Literally, no one speaks in MSA, the formal Arabic, unless, like, if your goal to watch a news, write a book, then go for it. Otherwise, no one use it. In the old days, they use like MSA because this is like the main. In schools, everyone learned it, so everyone will understand it. This is how some people think about it. It doesn't matter the dialect, as long as you speak the Arabic they learned in schools. You can go anywhere, and everyone's gonna understand you. But on the other hand, people are not gonna speak to you naturally. They're gonna switch to MSA with you. You won't understand everything happens around you, so it's not very convenient. Okay, so it's better to speak just like other people in the country. Like, you're visiting them, you're speaking like them. You don't speak like, it's gonna be a little, I don't want to say weird, but it's just not, it's people speaking dialect, just speaking dialect, learn dialect. Now the other thing is, in MSA, if you are learning Arabic in school, good luck. From the bottom of my heart, I'm saying good luck, because it's even hard for native speakers. Like, even for us as native speakers, Arabic in schools, a lot of things are unnecessary and hard. So, example, a lot of times when we use a verb in Arabic, well, all the time when we use a verb in Arabic, we don't really, like, the ending is always sukoon. If you know the movement, sukoon is like we don't do anything to the letter, okay? So, for example, for wa'af, to stand up, we say wa'af. You see how I did the fa in the end? That's called sukoon. I didn't say wa'afa, wa'afu. I just stopped wa'af, right? And I we do the same for all verbs, like, and mostly all words, really. Like, we don't do movements in the end. In MSA, you're gonna learn movements, and it is different for every verb and the word, where it's like in the sentence, and is it the subject, object, like, where is it in the sentence? And again, as native speakers, we don't care about this, we don't use it, we don't do it, and it's really hard. So these are just small differences between both. If you want to learn, dialect is definitely much easier. However, I'm gonna be fair, okay? I do teach one of my students, I do teach him MSA, and me and him, we agreed that he's not gonna learn all the complicated stuff. He just wanna learn the MSA, but in a simple, like somewhere in between dialect and MSA. This is how he wanted, and me and him like agreed, and we're doing. So he does not learn the complicated stuff. So, for example, verbs, present and future in dialect, we add letter ba to the beginning of present tense. Future, we drop the ba. There's like some rule we have to follow. In MSA, it's a little easier. It's present, future, the same. We don't add the letter ba to the verbs. So it's less things to memorize. Okay, but this is just like one thing. Now, on the other hand, for example, adjectives in dialect, we just say like taban, shaban. It's like they all consistent, like they end with the same letters. On the other hand, for MSA, no, they're not, and they're different. So it's your choice. This is just a small introduction about some differences between both, and it's your choice. You decide whatever you prefer. I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions, and check out my workbooks in my Etsy shop. They're very helpful for all levels. And if you're looking for a teacher, a tutor, I have some availability and I am teaching. So let me know. My contact information, everything is in my bio. Thank you.